Hello बच्चों, hope you are seriously preparing for your final exams. बच्चों, let me help you in your preparations. In this video, we will do all 2 marks questions which are very important and most repeated questions from 2A. So practice well these questions. बच्चों, while doing the sums, if you are facing difficulty, just raise your doubt in the comment section. So I'll guide you to solve that sums. Bachcho, in this question, we need mean deviation from mean for the scores 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 4, 6, 4, 12, 16. Bachcho, make a note of this. The mean deviation, the formula for finding mean deviation from mean is sigma modulus of xi minus x bar by n, where x bar nothing but mean of the given of the data and n nothing but number of observations. So we can use the formula sigma modulus of xi minus x bar by n to find the mean deviation from mean. So here x bar is nothing but mean, n nothing but number of observations. Let me use this formula to find the mean deviation in this question. Okay, now the first, let us find mean first. In the first step, let us find mean. So x bar nothing but mean equal to, we know that sum of all observations, sum of the observations divided by total number of observations. Okay, now here observations are here 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 12 plus 13 plus 4 plus 12 plus 16 divided by, so we have totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 observations. Let me take 8 there. So in the numerator we'll get 80 by 8. So 8 ones are 8 tens are. So x bar equal to 10. In the first step, you have to find mean. Then I'll go for formula. Mean deviation from mean equal to the formula says sigma modulus of xi minus x bar divided by n. Now summation is sum of all the terms. So first let us find for xi nothing but let us take the first observation 6. So 6 minus x bar nothing but is here 10. Okay, now since you have summation here plus I'll go for second data. Second observation nothing but 7. So here x in the place of x I'll take 7 minus x bar again 10. So next again the third data is 10 minus 10 plus 12 minus 10 plus 13 minus 10 plus 4 minus 10 plus 12 minus 10 plus 16 minus 10 divided by, so n is nothing but number of observations. Here we have 8 observations. So bachcho 6 minus 10 is minus 4. Since your modulus symbol there, so you have to take positive number. Plus here we'll get minus 3, but since your modulus here, we'll get 3. So here we'll get 0, plus we'll get 2, plus here we'll get 3, plus here we'll get, here is 4. So we'll get minus 6, but here since your modulus 5, we'll take 6. Now here we'll take 2, and there you'll take, let me take 6 by 8. Okay, now 4 plus 2 is 7, 9, 10, 4, 18, 19, 26. So we get 26 by 8. So let us divide 26 by 8. 26 divided by 8. 8 3 is 24. So we get 2 here, 0.0. 8 2 is 16, 4. So we'll take 0 there, 8 5 is 40. So equal to 3.25. So therefore, our mean deviation equal to 3.25. Bachcho, this question is most repeated question. Just practice well to score 2 marks. Bachcho, to solve this question, I'll be using some formulas. Make a note of those formulas. The first formula is sum of the roots equal to, that is alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, and product of the roots alpha beta equal to c by a, and we can write alpha square plus beta square as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta, and we can write alpha cube plus beta cube as alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Bachcho, just make a note of this and I'll be using these formulas to solve this question. Okay now? Now, let's go for the question. So in the question, our equation is, given equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now this equation given for us and we need to find those questions. Now from this, so what is alpha plus beta? What is alpha plus beta? Minus b by a. And what is alpha beta? We know the formula, c by a. So alpha plus beta nothing but minus b by a. Alpha beta is c by a. Okay. Now let's go for first question. In the first question, we need the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Bachcho, यहाँ पे let us go for LCM for the denominators. My LCM for the denominators is alpha beta. Now here we need beta. Here also we need beta. So 1 into beta is beta plus. So already we have beta here. To get this thing, I want alpha. Here also alpha. So alpha. Now numerator in the form of a plus b, that is alpha plus beta. So what is alpha plus beta? Here we have minus b by a divided by what is alpha beta here? C by a. So let me take c by a. Okay now. Now here denominator we have a. Here also denominator we have a, sir. So you can cancel. So we have like minus b by c. So alpha plus, so the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is minus b by c. Okay now. Next, I'll go for the next question. The next question is 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square. But so again, let me take LCM for the denominators. Here denominators are alpha square, beta square. Okay now. But so here we need beta square plus here we need alpha square. Just now I gave one formula. So alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. We can write alpha square plus beta square as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So in the numerator, let me take that formula. The formula is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta divided by, but so see, look at this, alpha square beta square. So this you can write it as alpha beta whole square. So let me take alpha beta whole square in the denominator. Okay now? Now, so let us apply the let us substitute the values. Here alpha plus beta. Here alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So let me take minus b by a. Since you have square here, let me take square minus 2 into alpha beta. Alpha beta is c by a divided by alpha beta. What is alpha beta here? C by a. C by a whole square. Okay now, let me simplify. So since you have square here, this negative become positive. So first b square by a square minus 2 into c, 2c by a divided by c square by a square. So in the numerator, let me take the LCM. So LCM for a square and a is a square. Here I'll get b square minus here need a. Here also you need a, 2ac divided by this as it is c square by a square. So we can cancel a square and square. So your answer is b square minus 2ac by c square. Therefore, 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square equal to b square minus 2ac by c square. Okay now. Now let us go for third one. Let us go for third question. In the third question, we need to find the value of alpha power 4, beta power 7 plus alpha power 7, beta power 4. But so let me take alpha power 4 and beta power 4 common. So let me take alpha power 4, beta power 4 common. So alpha power 4 common. So gone, this gone, and from this we have taken alpha power 4. So you'll get here beta power cube plus here you get alpha cube. So that means you can write this as alpha beta whole to the power of 4 into alpha cube plus beta cube. Okay, bacho, hope you have understood this step. Okay, now, so we know the formula. Just now I give one formula. Which formula? Alpha cube plus beta cube. We can write this as alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. So we can apply So we can take this formula inside a bracket. So alpha beta whole to the power of 4 into, here let me take alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Okay, now let me substitute the values. Alpha beta, the value of alpha beta is c by a. So we'll take c by a to the power of these 4 as it is. And alpha plus beta, what is alpha plus beta? Minus b by a. So let me take minus b by a whole cube. Since we have 3 here, let me take cube. Minus 3 into alpha beta. Alpha beta again c by a into, this is nothing but minus b by a. Okay na bacho? So okay, if you have any doubts, just raise it out in the comment section ma. Now, so this is counted for numerator as well as denominator. So you'll get here c power of 4 by a power of 4 into, now the power is odd, so you'll get negative value, that negative will get, negative becomes same, the negative remains same. So I'll get minus b cube by a cube. Minus into minus plus. Next 3 into c into b is 3bc. 3bc by a into a will get a square. Okay now, let me simplify. C power of 4 by a power of 4 equal to, your LCM value for the denominator is a cube. So you'll get minus b cube. Here I'll get 3abc. Now this you can write this as 3 power of 4 into 3abc minus b cube divided by a power of 4 into a3 is a power of 7. Therefore, the value of alpha 4 beta 7 plus alpha 7 beta power of 4 equal to c power of 4 into 3abc minus b cube divided by a power 7. Bacho, let us go for fourth question. In the fourth question, we need to find the value of alpha square plus beta square divided by alpha to the power of minus 2 plus beta power of minus 2. Now first let me simplify this. So I'll take alpha square plus beta square as it is divided by, the bacho, we know that a power of minus n can be written as a power of n. Okay, so I'll use that concept here. So alpha to the power of minus 2, I can write it as 1 by alpha square. So let me take here 1 by alpha square plus here in the same way I'll take 1 by beta square. Okay now let me simplify further. Alpha square plus beta square divided by, in the denominator, let me take LCM for the denominators. Here my LCM for denominators are alpha square, beta square. So here we'll get beta square plus alpha square. Okay now what I'll do here, let me bring this denominator to numerator. So what will get? Alpha square plus beta square as it is into, whenever a fraction is shifted from denominator to numerator, you have to write the reciprocal of the fraction. Your reciprocal answer will get alpha square beta square divided by alpha square plus beta square. Bacho, hope you understood this step. In case you are getting difficulty, just raise a doubt in the comment section. Now look at this. These two are same. So these two are same. So we can cancel these two terms. So you are left with here alpha square beta square. Okay now so this we can write it as alpha beta whole square. Okay, here alpha beta nothing but c by a. Let me take c by a there, c by a whole square. That gives you c square by a square. Therefore, alpha square plus beta square by alpha to the power of minus 2 plus beta power of minus 2 is c square by a square. Bacho, in this question, I am going to use one formula. Make a note of that formula. Bacho, if alpha and beta are the roots, then we can find the quadratic equation by using the formula x square minus x into alpha plus beta equal to 0. When the two roots are given like alpha beta, we can find the quadratic equation by using the formula x square minus x into alpha plus alpha beta. Now I'll be using this formula to solve this one. Okay. Now given the roots of the equation are 7 plus or minus 2 root 5. So let me take alpha as 7 plus 2 root 5, and let me take beta as 7 minus 2 root 5. So one I'll take 7 plus 2 root 5, the other root is 7 minus 2 root 5. In the first step, let me find alpha plus beta. The value of alpha is this 7 plus 2 root 5 plus 7 minus 2 root 5. So we can cancel these two terms. Here we have 7 plus 7, 14. Now let us find product. So product of roots nothing but alpha beta. So alpha beta nothing but the alpha value is this thing 7 plus 2 root 5 into 7 minus 2 root 5. Now this is the form of a plus b into a minus b. This is the form of a plus b into a minus b. It's nothing but a square minus b square. So here we will get 7 square minus 2 root 5 whole square. So 7 square is 49 minus bacho. First let me take square to this. So 2 square is 4 into again 5 root 5 whole square is 5. So we'll get 2 root 5. So we can write it as 2 square into root 5 whole square. So 2 square is 4. Square and root will get cancelled. We get 5 there. So that gives you 49 minus 20. That is 29. The alpha beta value is 29. Alpha plus beta value is 14. Now let us go for the formula. So the quadratic equation is, the formula is x square minus x into alpha plus beta plus alpha beta equal to 0. Now we know the values. Let me put the values. X square minus x into alpha plus beta. The alpha plus beta value is here 14. Plus here alpha beta is 29 equal to 0. Let's just open the bracket. X square minus we'll get 14x here plus 29 equals 0. So this is what your quadratic equation. Okay now let us go for second question. But so in the second question, given that the roots are minus 3 plus or minus 5i. So let me take alpha as minus 3 plus 5i and beta let me take it as minus 3 minus 5i. Okay now first let us find alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta equal to the alpha value is minus 3 plus 5i plus the beta value is minus 3 minus 5i. So open the bracket, minus 3 plus 5i plus into minus 3 plus into minus 5i. Now we can cancel these two. Here we have minus 3 minus 6. The alpha plus beta value is minus 6. Okay now let us go for alpha beta. The alpha beta nothing but, bacho be careful here. Alpha beta nothing but here minus 3 plus 5i into minus 3 minus 5i. Okay now, but so this is a form of a plus b into a minus b. So it is nothing but a square minus b square. So let me use this formula here. A square is minus 3 whole square minus b square is 5i whole square. Okay, now minus 3 whole square nothing but 9 minus, but so see, look at this 5i whole square. So let me count, let me take square for 5 first, then next I square. So 5 square is 25, so we'll get 25 I square. But so we know that I square is minus 1. I square is minus 1. So 9 minus 25 into, in the place of I, let me take minus 1. So we'll get here 9 plus minus 3 minus plus 25. So we'll get here 34. So the product of roots alpha beta equal to 34. Okay, but hope you understood everyone, right? Right. Now we know alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Now let's use the formula. The quadratic equation is, the formula is x square minus x into alpha plus alpha beta equal to 0. Now let us put the values, these two values, x square minus x into alpha plus beta value is minus 6. Let me take minus 6 there plus this value is 34 equal to 0. Open the bracket, x square minus minus plus x into 6x plus 34 equals 0. But so this is the required quadratic equation. But so make a note of this. If the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 as equal roots. If the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 as equal roots, then we can say the discriminant. We can say discriminant b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Now this condition is used when the given quadratic equation has equal roots. So I'll be using this condition to solve this question. Okay, our quadratic equation is, here given equation is x square minus 15 minus m into 2x minus 8 equals 0. So first, let me simplify this equation, given equation. So you get like x square minus 15. We get m minus 2mx minus 3 minus plus 8m equal to 0. So let me write in order. So first I'll take x square term, next x terms, 2mx and remaining 8 constant. I'll take last. Now, let me compare this with the standard form of the quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now, this is the standard form of the quadratic equation. Let me compare our equation with the standard form. Look at this, bacho. A equal to 1 here, nothing is 1 here. So, the value of A is 1. Here the B is 2m. The value B is minus 2m. The value of C is 8m minus 15. Okay, repeat. The value of x square, the value of A is here 1. The value of B is minus 2m. The value of C is 8m minus 15. Now given the equation as equal roots. So when the equation has two equal roots, we can say the b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Now this is a condition used where the given equation has equal roots. Now let me put the values. Here the b value is minus 2m. In the place of b, let me take minus 2m whole square minus 4 into the value of a is here 1 into c is nothing but 8m minus 15 equal to 0. So let me simplify. So we'll get here 4m square. The negative becomes positive when it is power is square, the even. So minus 4 into 1, 4 into 8m minus 15 equal to 0. But so here I can take 4 common in from both the terms. So if I take 4 common, so here we have m square minus 8m minus 15 equal to 0. So 4 is shifted that side. So you'll get m square minus 8m plus 15 equal to 0. I need the value of m. Let us go for factorization. So here we have m square minus 8m plus 15 equal to 0. Now we can write this as m square minus 3m minus 5m plus 15 equals 0. So what I'm doing, I'm splitting middle term as minus 3 minus 5. So from these two terms, I'll take m common. So we'll get m minus 3. So here I'll get minus 5 common. So m minus 3 equals 0. Now these two are same. So let me take one factor. The other one is m minus 5. m minus 5 equal to 0. Now I want the value of m. So first I'll equate m minus 3 with 0. So m minus 3 equals 0. M equal to 3. Then next I'll equate m minus 5 with 0. So m minus 5 equal to 0, m equal to 5. Therefore, my m values are either 3 or 5. But so in this question, we need to express the given complex number in the form of a plus ib. So let us go for the first question. The first question is 2 minus 3i into 3 plus 4i. Let me simplify. The first 2 into 3 equal to 6. 2 into 4i is 8i. Now when I multiply these, minus 3 plus minus, 3 into 3 I'll get 9i. Now when I multiply these two, minus 3 plus minus, 3 4s are 12. 3 into 4 you get 12 into I square. Okay now. Now, so these two are like terms. So 6 as it is, minus 9i plus 8i is minus i minus. But so we know that I square value equal to minus 1. So let me take minus 1 here, all minus 1. So in the place of I square, let me take minus 1. Okay, let me simplify. 6 minus I. So we'll get plus 12. So 6 plus 12 is 18. 18 minus I. Therefore I can say 2 minus 3i into 3 plus 4i equal to 18 minus I. 18 minus I. Okay now. Now, let us go for next question. So, bacho, in this question is given that 1 minus I whole cube into 1 plus I. So, we have to express this in the form of a plus ib. Okay now. Now, here what I'll do, I'll take 1 by I whole square into, one more you can take like this. So, 1 minus I whole square into 1 minus I is nothing but 1 minus I whole square. So, what I'm doing here, let me take pilot square, then remaining 1 minus I into this as it is, 1 plus I. Okay, but so hope you understood everyone. In case if you are feeling difficult, just raise your doubt in the comment section. So 1 minus I as it is into, but so this is a form of a plus b into a minus b. So here will get a square, that is 1 square minus I square. A minus b, a plus nothing but a square minus b square. So here 1 square minus I square. We know that minus I square equal to minus 1. So 1 minus I whole square as it is. Here I'll take 1. Here in the minus as it is, I square is minus 1. Okay now. So 1 minus I whole square equal to, here you will get 1 plus 1. So we'll get 2 into, so 1 plus 1 is 2 into 1 minus I whole square. Now again, bacho, let me use the formula here, a minus b whole square formula to expand this. So I'll be using a minus b whole square formula to expand this 1 minus I whole square. So 2 into, so a minus b whole square, nothing but a square minus 2ab plus b square. Here the value of a is here 1 square minus 2ab, 2 into 1 into I. Next, plus b square means plus I square. So a square minus 2ab plus b square. Let me simplify. 1 square is 1 minus 2 into 1 into I is 2i. And we know that I square is minus 1. Let me take minus 1 there. Okay now. Now minus 1 plus 1 we can cancel. So we have here 2 into minus 2i. Nothing but here minus 4i. So as there is no real term, real part. So let me add 0 there. So we equal to, can say 0 minus 4i. Okay. Therefore 0 minus 4i. But we need plus here. Okay. So what I'll do, let me take that as 0 plus minus 4 into I into, okay, I into minus 4. So this is the form of a plus I b. Okay now. Now let us go for third question. Macho, these three questions are very important. My most repeated question. Just practice well to score 2 marks. To score 2 marks. Now let's go for next question, third question. A plus IB divided by A minus IB. Now what I'll do here, let us multiply numerator and denominator by the opposite one, this conjugate, A plus IB. So if it is minus, I'll take plus here. That is called conjugate third. Conjugate complex number. So if it is minus, let me take plus there. Okay now. So multiply A plus IB with A plus IB in the denominator, A minus IB with A plus IB. Okay now, understood my below? So what I'm doing, let me take conjugate complex number and I'll multiply numerator and denominator with the complex conjugate. Okay, so this into this. What will get here? This into this. A plus B whole square, A plus IB whole square. A plus IB into A plus IB is A plus IB whole square. Now this is the form of A plus B into A minus B. That is A square minus IB whole square. So let me expand the numerator. So A square plus 2AB, 2 into A into IB plus IB whole square divided by denominator low will get A square minus here will get I square, B square. Let me simplify. A square as it is, here will get plus 2AB, I'll get I, will get 2AB, I plus, will get I square, B square divided by A square minus, we know that the value of I square is minus 1. Let me take minus 1 there, B square. Okay now. So here also let me take minus 1. Here also get minus 1. Okay. So on the whole, what will get here? A square plus 2ABI. Here I'll get minus B square divided by, we'll get A square plus B square. So Sima, listen carefully how to write this. So let me take real part X side. So these two are real parts. So let me write it as A square minus B square plus I into 2AB divided by A square plus B square. Now, bacho, this you can split like this. Finally, we take real part divided by this one. A square minus B square by A square plus B square plus I into imaginary part is here 2AB divided by A square plus B square. So, bacho, we got see, we express this as A plus IB. So, bacho, this sum is very important. Just practice well this to grab 2 marks.